Well, good morning. Wayne Hathaway with some good seeds this morning. 1 Kings 15, 2 Chronicles 13 and 14, and Philippians chapter 4 are the chapters for my Bible reading schedule today as I read through the Old Testament once a year and the New Testament twice a year. I'm in Missoula, Montana, on my way home, spent the night here and just getting ready to head out to get home. Had a great time in Seattle with my best friend, and boy, if you haven't caught yesterday's vlog, encourage you to take a look at it for June the 13th. Spent that time with down on the waterfront. Got a ferry boat even going through the scene in the background. You could hear the I don't know, well, what do you call it? Toot. The sound of the horn of the ferry as it's leaving. It was just great. At any rate, beautiful day in Seattle, and now on my way home. So the verses that caught my eye were in 1 Kings chapter 15, verses 11 and 12. And it's about King Asa. Asa did what was right in the eyes of the Lord, as did his father David. And he banished the perverted persons from the land and removed all the idols that his fathers had made. How amazing, I think, is the history of the fall and the rise of Israel and Judah. Well, fall for Israel, but not for Judah. And how far the fall was. They had gone from the days of David and Solomon, from days of prosperity and serving God, to days of oppression by their enemies and defeat at the hands of their enemy. But worst of all was the kind of idolatry that they fell into. It's such an amazing thing that one day they would be worshiping God, and the next holding up gods of wood and stone and proclaiming them to be their deliverer. Amazing. I think the thing that made the difference was that they turned from these worthless idols back to the living God. Then, having experienced the reality, they turned back again to folly. Having known the true and the living God, they gave up the place of blessing for dirt. And that's speaking of Judah. Israel, the 10 tribes in the north, never did turn back to the Lord. But I guess the thing that speaks to me is that there is the potential of areas and places in our own hearts and in our own lives and our minds where it becomes necessary to put away those things that pervert our worship, things that deny the profession of faith that we have given. The difference with Asa was that his heart was loyal to the Lord. Oh, I love that. That is such a crucial piece of information. It was said of David, even though there were the matter of Uriah and Bathsheba, that he was a man after God's own heart. And the testimony of David was that his heart was loyal to the Lord. That is such a crucial thing. Oh, how my heart aches that were the kind of testimony of each and every one of us. How about your heart? How about my heart today? Are our hearts loyal to the Lord? Are there idols that need to be removed from our lives? Things that prevent or even pervert our worship? What will we do about it? That's the crucial question. The only answer is to get rid of those things that prevent us from truly worshiping the Lord in spirit and in truth. I pray today that for my own heart, for each and every one of us, that we would put away those things. And I'm not even talking necessarily about things that are perverted, things that are bad, but things that just are not the best things. The Lord would help us to see so that we might draw closer to Him, that we would worship Him in spirit and in truth. As Jesus said, the Father is looking for those who will worship Him in spirit and in truth. And I pray that as He looks, that He would find you and me with loyal hearts worshiping Him. Amen. May the Lord richly bless you today, I pray.